In pregnancy, a baby has to grow for 9 months before it ever takes physical form out here. In the gym, you have to build up to squat 200 pounds before you can ever squat 215, right? In agriculture, a whole root system has to form below the surface of the earth before that crop sprouts out of the ground and you can see it with your own eyes. So can we see this pattern here? When I first got started in digital marketing a few years ago, I wasn't aware of these natural laws. I didn't fully understand this process. I thought that it was more up to hard work and doing more and making things happen and go-getting. This hard material focus, this hard material view on things. I wasn't aware that ideas grow within you like a plant, like a root system, before they take form out here. So if we want to mentally transmute these ideas into the physical form, we need to build a relationship with the immaterial. We have a very strong focus on the material world and this external focus. We need to shift more of our focus to the immaterial and the immaterial processes of growth. There's a universal growth process that we're unaware of here at large, okay? So we can take that goal and we can stop thinking that this success is up to chance. The idea taking physical form out here is up to chance. We can look to these natural laws of growth. And we can understand that we simply haven't let that idea grow enough within you to see the result of it out here. Our attention spans are being robbed and diminished from each hit of instant gratification right now, right? With social media, with watching other people's lives online, getting lost in other people's lives. Our attention's being split after 2 seconds, scrolling. Our attention's being split in 6 different directions. We need to rebel against this. In order to put this into practice, this universal law, these natural laws of growth, we need to have a clean, organized working environment in here. We need to become aware of our workspace in here. Because a few years ago, when I started in digital marketing, and now doing coaching, and getting more heavily involved in this work, working with clients, when I first started in digital marketing, I realized for myself that, oh wow, I wasn't aware of what I was thinking a lot of the time. So I saw this claim from the Bible, as within, so without. I saw this claim from Napoleon Hill, this concept of think and grow rich. Okay, interesting. I saw this claim from Earl Nightingale, where he says, you become what you think about. And I was like, what? Can it be that simple? Can it be that straightforward? But then I realized for myself that I didn't really know what I was thinking about. And we're not really set up to know what we're thinking about, because our attentions are being taken in 6 different directions. There's so many inputs that it's like we're hoarding the thoughts. It's like a hoarder's house. There's too many thoughts in here. So in order to put this universal growth process into place and become aware of how it works, we need to actually become aware of what we're thinking about and what's going on in here. So we can create clarity in here, we can clean up our workspace, and we can drop this made-up time horizon for how we think things should happen. We would never rush a plant growing from the earth. We know how that process works. We would never rush a baby being born. That doesn't make any sense. So we can drop this made-up agenda for when we think things should happen. This is universal law that we're dealing with here, right? This is a different thing. And these are your desires. This is what you want. So there should be patience with this stuff. You should want to run experiments of this stuff for yourself in your own life. The growth of an idea happens within before it is birthed out here. The growth of a muscle is built up before you ever see the effect take place on your body. Right? The growth of that plant starts below the surface before you ever see any tangible results. There has to be a root system that forms completely below the surface before there's even a little sprout that comes out of the ground. So with these ideas that you have, they have to form in this root system, this soil of the subconscious mind, before they can take form out here. These processes of pregnancy, of muscle growth, of agriculture, right? These are very well understood. Like we mentioned, we would never rush any of these things. We know the time frame. We understand it very well. Now, for your desires, for each individual and their own desires, that's a different set of circumstances. There's some different environmental factors there, right? We can't put an exact time frame on that. But we can apply these universal laws and run experiments for ourselves. So we would never rush these natural things of pregnancy, muscle growth, planting a seed in the ground. We would never rush that. We know the time frame there. But for this, for us, we have to throw the time frame out the window, really. Okay? So you treat your idea the same way as these natural laws, like we just mentioned. We treat an idea the same way as a pregnancy, as muscle growth, as agriculture, planting a seed in the ground, with the same level of care and nurturing that goes along with that. You let it grow within you first. Okay? You let the idea grow within you first. And you can feel it grow within you. You can feel it grow on you. It's like the belly that forms during pregnancy. When you put this idea in your mind for a long enough period of time, you feel it grow on you like a muscle. You feel it grow on you like the belly that forms during pregnancy. And with the belly, that's evidence that something's growing, right? This is something different. This is an intuitive growth. This is a growth happening in here where you know something's happening. It's intuitive momentum. It's an intuitive growth. So this idea grows on you just like that belly expands in pregnancy, right? And when you feel this growth process happening within you, when you feel this root system forming within you for this idea to take form in the physical, when you feel the metaphysical growth, you know that this physical appearance is near. When you feel the metaphysical growth, this root system forming below, you understand that it's just a matter of time before you experience the fruit of this thing. And you can see it. You can touch it. Right? Maybe you can smell it. Depending on what it is. Maybe you can taste it. And the thing is, as we hold the fruit in hand out here, we also recognize that it is ripe, it is nourishing for us, and it arrived just at the natural time. Just at the right time, it arrived. And to rush the process, right? It would have meant just a sour fruit, a sour apple, a bad apple, right? To rush a plant growing, how would that even work, right? To rush muscle growth, I mean, that probably looked like steroids, if we're being honest, right? Which we know how that goes. But you don't rush a muscle growing naturally. Pregnancy, you would never rush a baby being born. What is it? Nothing to be said there, right? So patience is one of the ingredients here. To apply these natural laws, patience is one of the ingredients. So as we receive these things, as we can see the physical form take place, we become grateful that we waited. Because the natural laws, this universal law of growth, the things take physical form, they arrive at just the right time.